Metalopolis is the first map. We are starting with a third seed game between Grubby and Morrow, Protoss versus Zerg, and we have Metalopolis. It's the Copenhagen Games, and we are streaming the Razor Domination Tournament. Grubby is starting at the position at 6 o'clock right now, and we have his opponent on the left. We have Mouse Morrow playing, starting at the 9 o'clock spawn position. GGGL by both players, and this is going to be quite awesome. Grubby lost to Cass, Morrow lost to MC. Morrow was using his Roach Burrow play quite a lot, in addition with some corruptors against MC. MC was up to the task. Let's see if Grubby is able to defend against this strategy as well.
Grubby does know perfectly that Morrow is the player that likes to do one strict strategy, so maybe he will do the counter to the Roach Burrow build, but he said before the games that maybe the Roach Burrow build is enough to defeat him, but we'll see in few minutes actually, so stay tuned, and we want to see how the game will go.
And we have Morrow just trying to avoid the scout. Grubby is already scouting with his probe, and there's a small blunder by the Protoss player. He should have used one of these probes just to scout over here at 1 minute and 20 seconds and check for an overlord. But right now with the MLG version only supporting cross spawns and close air spawn positions, Grubby is already on his way to the main base of his opponent, so it's not that huge, that big of a deal. We have the Zerg player already going for his spawning pool once again, an early extractor as well, whereas the Protoss player right now is taking his gas and is going for the gateway at the upper ramp.
So I'm not sure if Grubby is going to do the 4-gate expand or 3-gate expand, or what is he going to do, because sometimes he said that 4-gate is kind of scary for Zerg because you can push a little bit more. You can push a little bit Zerg because you have 4 gates, and you can secure an expansion as well. But I'm not sure if you don't lose too much economy because of the 4th gate. But we'll see if Grubby will take the risk and make 4 gates or 3 gates.
Yeah, we already see him just harvesting a lot of gas, throwing down the cybernetics core. And with Morrow, we already have a Zerg that was relying a lot on roaches in the last games. He's going for speed right now, and as you can see, he's already getting the first queen. He pulled off all those drones from his extractor, so he's simply sticking to minerals right now, which I think is the way to go, because you have just so much more minerals in order to place down that expansion, in order to get a second or a third queen, some Zerglings as well, the Roach Warren. So that's definitely the right decision, and a lot of Zerg players tend to do that, especially against Protoss. For the Protoss player, on the other hand, by the way, one scout in the main base of Grubby right now. For the Protoss player, on the other hand, we see already the upgrade for the warp gate technology, and he is scouted by Morrow, whereas the Zerg player just started to build his hatchery, so we see the second base for Morrow, and Grubby took his second gas already.
So he will have a lot of gas for sentries right now. He needs to make a lot of them to secure his expansion, because it looks like he will go for the fast expansion so far. And Morrow just set the hatchery right now, killed the probe, so now he's denying every scouting of Grubby to the Morrow's base. And let's see if Morrow will do some kind of cheese, but I don't really think so, because we all know that he's the long-term game player.
Yeah, he was actually playing some cheese plays during that tournament, but not too many. We've been talking about it already. When he used the roaches, he actually cancelled his hatch, so he has been copying a Protoss strategy right there. And Grubby is going to build his pylon already. He's still chrono boosting his warp gate upgrade. He's building 2 additional gateways right now, and for him we have, let's have a look at the unit counting station, 25 probes against 23 drones, and Morrow right now is just focusing on getting an initial bunch of drones out into the game in order to harvest minerals and gas as fast as possible. We already have 2 queens for the Zerg player, and he's adding a 3rd one as well. Here's the 3rd queen, so he will be able to spread his creep once again. His creep spread is quite amazing, as we've seen in the last matches, and I expect that he's going to do exactly that once again. We have the Roach Warren being more for Grubby right now, and I mean, as a probe, it's always really crucial in the game what the Zerg player is morphing you in, because nobody wants to be an extractor, everybody wants to be a nice cannon. So what would you prefer, actually being one of the spine crawlers and being able to deal some damage, or the Roach Warren?
I will be the spine crawler. I want to hit the Protoss in the head, so
okay.
I can win the one. But
So
if I will be the Roach Warren, I will be safe, actually.
I'm really happy that we cleared that up. And in the meantime, we just look at Grubby's base. We see the Nexus being built. We have hallucination being researched so that Grubby is able to scout a little bit with his hallucinations. And we have the Forge being built for him as well, so being warped into this dimension. And in the meantime, those two spine crawlers are pretty standard for Morrow by now. They are really standard for him. We have seen him play those spine crawlers against MC as well, and we already have a lot of active creep tumors. So if you're a Zerg player and you want to improve your play, and if you're up to the task of porting creep tumors down wherever you go, then just make sure to get the third queen as well, and then you have a slight advantage over your opponent on the creep. So I love that by Morrow. I really love that play by him, and I hope he adapted a little bit after he lost to MC. I hope he took the time and thought about his style against Protoss, and maybe has a little bit of a late game plan as well now.
I hope so he did, because if he will keep making those roaches, I think Grubby will be able to defeat that, because he saw MC playing versus Morrow right now, and we see Grubby moving out just to scare Morrow right now. He forced Morrow to not make drones and just to make some roaches, some links, but it does look like maybe Grubby will just fight a little bit, and there's a nice force on the ramp, so there will be no reinforcements for Morrow from the main, and he's fighting the one spine crawler, and the brave drone is going to die maybe, and wow, nice, one queen goes down, goes dead, and the spine crawler stays alive.
Yeah, the spine crawler has one kill. Grubby retreating now. At least he was able to take out one of the queens, but he's retreating back to his main base. It was just a small attack of the Protoss player. He has some additional stalkers warped in already, and we see both the simulators taking at the expansion for the Protoss player. He's building another pylon, and we see the robotics facility for Grubby as well as the +1 attack upgrade. And Morrow already moving towards his third base. He might be, he might take the hatchery right now. So we see a third base for Morrow, going for the third hatch, and researching the Borrow upgrade as well as the tunneling claws +1 attack upgrade being on this way too. So we have roaches on the field, and there are quite a few of them. He has 16 already. That's a decent amount of roaches, and he'll be able to defend against any play of Grubby. And that was really intelligent by Grubby. I mean, he attacked, he didn't try to do that much damage. He was able to pick up a queen, and he forced Morrow to build units, and not quite a lot. If we watch, if we have a look at the unit counting station, 16 roaches right there.
And now Grubby is able to take the expansion because he's making the RoboBoy right now, and he could be very safe if he will make the expansion, and looks like he will do that very soon. And now he will be making Colossus very soon. As we see, the RoboBoy is going to be done very quickly, and there's the expansion by Grubby right now, and RoboBoy is already done, so let's see if he will be making Colossi first or Immortal. And there we go, there's the first Colossi, and the +1 upgrade will be done very soon as well. The thermal lenses for Colossi is already researching right now.
We have the Spire being built, the Hydralisk Den is up, and Morrow going for additional roaches, adding another queen, going for the roach speed as well. Here's Grubby just trying to attack a little bit, poke and kill those creep tumors. I like that, but I like that quite a lot. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He needs to force that creep back, and very well done by Grubby. Smart decision. And a lot of players just neglect the creep. They don't actually, for Zerg plays, they don't spread the creep far enough, and other races as Terran or for example Protoss, they don't really make sure that those creep tumors are detected and killed. So I love that by Grubby, that he's actually just moving on the creep, having a look for the creep tumors and trying to kill them. And we have another base for Morrow. Morrow is going for the fourth base immediately. He is on 129 supply against 110. As you can see, he's way ahead in the worker supply right now, and Morrow with 69 army supply as well. So Morrow trying to go for the long game once again. He already has the speed for the overlords in place as well. He's able to scout his opponent, and we have more roaches. So once again he's relying on roaches. The speed is done, +2 attack upgrade on its way, and Grubby is just walling off his third base at the second entry. So well done by him as well. That's basically really standard. That's what we see Protoss players do against Zerg nowadays, so that's nothing unusual.
And Grubby is now making the second robotics bay, and that's kind of smart because you can change your tech from Robo Bay from Colossi to Immortal. As you see, there's a lot of roaches, so Grubby should make some Immortals to defeat them. It doesn't look like he's going to do that, and he's adding additional 2 gateways as we saw. So now Morrow is moving to the natural of Grubby. Nice force to trapping some of the roaches, and another attack from the behind, but it doesn't look it will work because there's a nice wall in by Grubby. Now Morrow has to kill one of these gateways or pylon, and it looks like he's forcing to kill the gateway. And there's another attack from Morrow to the natural. He's killing the fort. There's no upgrade there, so it won't hurt that much Grubby right now.
Yeah, we have the Zerg player just going for some attacks, trying to put some pressure on the Protoss player, maybe force Grubby to split his army, and Grubby doesn't fall for Morrow's trap, so he is able to defend both bases. Just lost a forge and a gateway, which is not that much, especially with Grubby having a decent income. We have 1,000 minerals for the Zerg player to spare at the moment. He's lacking gas though, and as you can see, he's adding additional upgrades. The +2 attack upgrade for the ground units is nearly done, and we have the +2 attack upgrade for the air units already on its way. The creep spread by Morrow is once again superb. I like it a lot. We have Grubby with the forge placement once again, and of course now Blink being researched in the Twilight Council. We have at least some of the Immortals being built, and here's the fight immediately. The Guardian Shield is our focus fire on the Colossus. Morrow using that burrow movement once again, trying to get into range and trying to annihilate those Stalkers. Grubby actually putting out a fight, but he's behind with 130 to 200 supply, so he's actually quite a lot behind. I wonder why that is. He's on 76 workers as well against 81, but he's 30 supply behind in army supply. Let's have a look at the value of the army, and there Morrow is ahead as well. Grubby needs to get more units. He needs to use all those minerals and that gas. What would you recommend to Grubby right now if you watch that game?
He see that Morrow is actually doing only roaches, like 0 Hydras right there, and there's a nice corruption, and I think Grubby must do Immortals right now, and nice force to deny the attack of Morrow, and now he's fighting once again.
He's chasing him. And the force field being undermined once again by the roaches, just using burrow movement. And here is Morrow trying to deal as much damage as possible, retreating now. And he was able to kill a lot of Grubby, but it was a little bit tricky for him as soon as Grubby was back to safety. And Morrow actually with 200 supplies, still he's on 1,600 minerals, 600 gas, and Grubby on the other hand is slowly but steadily closing the gap in supply. He's on 173 supply already, whopping in additional units. He's researching the +2 attack upgrade, and he is actually focusing on Immortals right now and trying to use Blink to his advantage. Morrow is there with a lot of roaches and trying to attack from the back as well. So this is going to be quite a nice fight. And here's Grubby just blinking at the back of the roaches and taking the roaches apart. But Morrow is able to deal a lot of damage to those Immortals. But have a look at that. Grubby just chasing him down, and Morrow losing a lot. But rebuilding 31 roaches, and Grubby takes the Zerg player apart in this fight. Very well played by the Protoss player.
Grubby must take the expansion right now. On the gold expansion, it's the safest expansion he can take right now. He has 4 Immortals, 4 Sentries, and a lot of Stalkers, and the 5th Sentry is coming up. And he's making now 2 Colossi as well, so he must take the expansion right now. He must secure, and he is doing that right now. And Morrow has a lot of army. Once again, he's forcing Grubby to move back, and there's nice Blink micro.
And here we go, another attack, once again the Guardian Shield, and nice force fields by Grubby. Those Immortals are just so brutal, taking apart all those roaches, but actually we have Morrow with a lot of Hydralists as well, and he's able to basically pull through that army of the Protoss player. 153 supply against 161. Morrow once again not able to take out the Protoss army and losing all these Corruptors. All those Corruptors just died, and now he's even losing Overlords. He's actually losing a ton of units. Let's have a look at the lost station, and he lost a lot more units than his opponent. And the thing that Morrow has, actually, I have to admit that I'm a little bit disappointed by Morrow's play. He can't afford to lose that many units because of his great macro and his great economy, but still in the fights he doesn't look all too well. Right now Grubby is just attacking Roach after Roach, taking the army's opponents apart, using Blink to a maximum, just trying to retreat the whole time. Grubby trying to take the gold expansion. He's not cancelling the Nexus, and here's Grubby trying to defend